let's deep dive into this Matt Barnes situation. So apparently, Matt Barnes, who is on a show with Steven Jackson, he's also supposedly a announcer for an NBA team, like an analyst, announcer, or whatever for the Sacramento Kings and stuff like that, right? But this is a situation where apparently he was going off on a young kid sports announcer at a high school game, at his twin boys basketball high school game. So I have not seen this video. I'm looking at it for the first time, but then I'm gonna break it down of what happened to him as a result of it.
There is a story surfacing that is leaving many with mixed emotions. Matt Barnes, former NBA player from 2004 to 2017 and current host of All the Smoke with Steven Jackson, could potentially be the victim of deceitful framing of a tweet on social media or just in the wrong. In this video, via stop-motion sport, Barnes is seen yelling in the direction of play at his son's high school game in California. The second piece of video shows Barnes with his hand on a student broadcaster's shoulder, who appears to be on the phone. Many in the crowd start standing and pointing at Barnes, waving goodbye at him. Here is what we know thus far.
Working. Barnes hit a bit of a flop. There's no whistle. Instead, Perry gets fouled. Wow, this is roaring after that one. The Presby crowd didn't really like that one. Barnes had some choice words for the ref after the no call on the flop. And that's a technical. Yeah, I mean, and I think, well, so there's a technical on Barnes, but he also said gave one to Fisher, maybe. I'm not sure. Wow. But, and then, oh, wow. Well, Matt Barnes now is out onto the floor, or not on the floor, he's right on the side of the floor, just screaming, "You're an expletive." Oh my God. Jake, I have never seen I've never seen anything like this right now. I mean, that's ridiculous. He's out onto the floor right now, and just no one's doing anything about it. I get he's.
Where's the cameraman, and why is the cameraman not pointing to Matt Barnes? I know this is streamed as like, what, a high school game or whatever, but why is the cameraman not pointing to Matt Barnes? They just narrating to it. So Matt Barnes is allegedly out on the floor, and he's cussing, and he's going off on the announcers and all of this at a kid's high school game, all right?
An NBA player, but I mean, at a certain point, like, well, what? I mean, I don't think that's, yeah.
Jake Lancer and his co-host said this on the broadcast.
Well, all right, we're back. Matt Barnes kind of came up and just put his hands on me, actually. So, I mean, I'm all good, but it's kind of, I don't know. This crowd is just this, yeah.
Barnes is then seen talking to what is presumed to be officials of one of the competing teams on the Harvard-Westlake broadcast. There would be more video that has gone viral on the social medium Twitter of Barnes appearing to have a conversation with Lancer. After the game, Jack Pollan, a freelance prep writer in the state of California, he would speak with Lancer, who said this guy was on the court mid-game multiple times, screaming ridiculous stuff at the refs and everyone, including myself. Was looking at him, we made eye contact, and that was enough for him to come up to me and grip my shoulder with his hand. He said, "What do you think you're looking at?" And I said, "You're screaming your A term for a private part to the refs mid-game while I'm trying to announce. Don't touch me." And then he said, "I'll slap the blank out of you."
What is wrong with Matt Barnes? What is wrong with Matt Barnes? Why would this nigga be sitting there talking to a student broadcaster and coming up, yo, what? Okay, all right. Before we get into it, these niggas is not that tough. I don't know why. How old is Matt Barnes? Let me just look this up real quick. This nigga's 43 years old. 43 years old. And he's walking up to a student announcer, a little fat white boy, sitting on the side of the announcing ring, And he's basically saying, yo, whatever. They got video footage of him yelling back and forth on the court, going back and forth, whatever, so on and so forth. They said that he was out there cussing and stuff. All right, cool. I know some of y'all, and again, they got video footage of him walking up and putting his hand on the dude's shoulder, touching the dude's shoulder. I'm 46. I'm 41. I'm turning 42 this year. Putting his hands on the dude's shoulder. Don't fucking touch me, bro. And they got the footage. I'm about to show it to y'all right now. Don't put your hands on me, dog. Don't touch me. What makes that y'all think that y'all so tough? And listen, I know that Matt Barnes is the guy and he's the tough guy and all of that. Why are you niggas putting your hands on people? Forget the fact that he's a young kid. Forget the fact that he's a student. And I know it's people in the chat that's going to sit here and go back and forth and say, nah, you know, whatever, blah, 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 blah. Stop touching people. Stop putting your hands on people. And they do that shit where they can get away with it. And all of this tough talk, listen, fam, you light skinned, you got good hair, and you a former NBA player. Roll with that shit. You too old, 43 years old, and you still walking up and you putting your hands on people. I don't care if it's friendly. You sitting there cussing them back and forth and doing all of that shit. Man, listen, bro. Matt Barnes liked the fight. Nigga, you 43. Y'all still fighting in y'all 40s? Y'all still fight? And I'm going to just tell you, all of that tough talk, that don't mean nothing no more because nowadays, in real life, everybody got a pistol. So you can punch your way through a bullet if you think you want to. That shit is not kosher. See, they've been pulling this shit because they've been doing that junk in the NBA and all of that stuff. I'm not impressed, bro. This junk is not cool. Stop putting your hands on people. Stop putting your hands on people. Stop putting your hands on people. Everybody tough now. Yeah, I'll fuck you up. I'll do it and all of this. Okay, well, then guess what? As of yesterday, and let me show you this. As of yesterday with your tough ass, now you fumble another bag. These niggas can't get right. Matt Barnes dropped from King's TV role after a viral incident. Dropped from Fox again. Niggas keep on getting left and let go. Now you know what they're going to say. It's the system's fault. It's because I'm black. It's because this and that. I'm not going to be disrespected. How many bags are y'all niggas going to fumble? Former NBA champion Matt Barnes will no longer appear on NBC Sports California. A network spokesperson told the Sacramento Bee a move that comes weeks after he yelled at officials and was seen confronting a student broadcaster during a school boys basketball game. Good, because eventually you're going to have to learn the hard way. Barnes, who played for the Kings from 2004 through 2005 and again in 2016 and 17, appeared on a pre- and post-game broadcasts for the Sacramento Kings since 2021. Network spokesperson did not share why I parted ways with the 43-year-old Barnes, who was yet to publicly address the situation. This nigga's supposed to be an Instagram model, and he out here fighting niggas. Supposed to be an Instagram. You supposed to be Killian Hayes. But no, you got to have tattoos on your neck. This is who he's supposed to be. This is supposed to be Matt Barnes right here. He's supposed to be an Instagram model. On the cover of Dime. They both got the same hairdo. Now, Killian Hayes has been fumbling with the Detroit Pistons as far as his play, but the nigga is a phenomenal Instagram model. Matt Barnes is out here, got scars on his face and driving to beat motherfuckers up. and he 43 years old. Nigga, you an Instagram model. He's supposed to be an Instagram model. They got the same grade of hair. This nigga keep getting fired, smoking weed, threatening Kobe, going to drive and find Derek Fisher. Now this nigga putting his hands on high school kids. Jesus Christ. Barnes made headlines earlier this month when he was seen confronting a Harvard Westlake student broadcaster, Jake Lancer, during a high school basketball game at Encino Crespi. The team his 15-year-old twin sons, Carter and Isaiah, play for. He reportedly yelled at an official when one of his twin sons was called for a technical foul, and now a viral video showed the former NBA player putting his right hand on the shoulder of Lancer. Look at this idiot. Idiot. Keep your hands to yourself. Stop putting your hands on people. Barnes spoke about the incident February 13th during the appearance on the land. He said he was yelling at the refs. All right, hold on. Let me see. So I got another 5-year-old. And so he did say that he put his hands. My one mistake, I put my hands on Lance's shoulder. A lot of people want to say I grabbed this kid or I did this. I literally put my hand on the kid's shoulder because it was almost like I was talking to my son. So he and I had a little back and forth, and obviously for touching him, I was wrong, but I just didn't like the disrespect that came with the entitlement where they felt like they could say anything to me. Why do these niggas feel like they can't be talked to or they can't be touched? So nobody can say nothing to you, but you can say everything to everybody else because you're the tough guy. I didn't like the fact that this nigga felt like he could say something to me. Let me see. Let's just go ahead and get the source. Let's not go back and forth about this. Let's go get straight to the source. Stop putting your hands on people.
Of the first
process going, the responsibility of and the blessing to be able to create content for DraftKings and being able to partner with Metalark and
this nigga talks well. He can speak and enunciate his words properly and all that shit.
On time and doing very successfully. So so I understand what you're about and your platform and your audience, but I don't know if our audience.
And he's a teammate, and so it's the media brand that they're building now, and people are going to build where. So
you could say I'm good to calling you a mofo. Now when I see you,
if you're median, so here's Mike Epps coming back.
I'm not gonna lie.
I don't care about that.
But again, that's not necessarily the lane we want to create,
Matt,
the lane we want to develop.
If I may interrupt you for a second, what you've created next to you and Steven is everyone is walking into something they know is authentic, and from the jump.
It's got nothing but success.
Matt, let's talk about this part, though, because you were famously somebody not to be trifled with. So when you start talking this language and they're friends of friends, and we're talking about Shannon Sharp's step to the Memphis Grizzlies, like he shouldn't throw away what he has right now in order to fight Mike Epps. That would be pretty stupid.
Well, there's another part where you guys didn't show, but Mike says he doesn't fight
Monique.
I know a lot of men who speak that way, who he found when you reach Shaquille O'Neal's level of superstardom.
I never got a chance comfortable to share in my past relationships where it did blow up in my face. So again, I see both sides. I see Monique's side, but I also understand Shaq's side because I've lived Shaq.
But before I get you out of here, Matt, I'm just curious because I do not know what happened here. You had a public incident this week that some people were videotaping you threatening to slap the shit out of someone. I would not want for you to be threatening to slap the shit out of me under any public or angry circumstances. What happened? What happened here?
So what happened when we were at my kid's high school basketball game, and it was a championship, and my kid's team was picked to finish eighth out of eighth, and somehow they found themselves in the championship against Harvard Westlake, who is a nationally ranked powerhouse. So I was yelling at the refs, Dan. I yelled at the refs my entire college career, my 15-year NBA career. I coach AAU in the summertime. I have high school boys, and I have a 5-year-old coming down the pipeline. So I'm going to be doing a lot of yelling at the refs. But this particular incident, this kid right here, and I will say my one mistake was putting my hand on his shoulder. A lot of people want to say I grabbed this kid or I did this. I literally put my hand on this kid's shoulder because he, it was almost like I was talking to my son. You know what I mean? He told me to sit.
And the cameraman failed the assignment too by doing all of this shaky movement and zooming everywhere instead of staying straight on Matt Barnes.
My ass down, and I was just like, why do you feel comfortable enough to feel like you can tell a grown man to sit his ass down? So he and I had a little back and forth, and again, obviously, admitting my faults to even touch him was wrong of me. But I want to make sure it's clear that the narrative of me is some guy that beats up people, and I want to make sure people know I didn't body slam this kid, I didn't choke slam him, I didn't do any of the sort. I literally put my hand on his shoulder. Like, it was like I was talking to one of my sons, and again, for that, touching him, I was wrong, but I just didn't like the disrespect that came with the entitlement where they felt like they could say anything to me. Not only did that kid say some slick stuff to me, but there was a woman in the stands who actually they caught a picture of flipping me off saying "F you, bitch," and I'm just like, wow, like you really feel that you could just say anything to me? And again, as you can see the video, I wasn't talking to their team, I wasn't talking to their players, their cheerleaders, their fans. I was talking to the refs. The foul calls were 25-9 in that game, so I was well within my right to be yelling at it. But Dan, we live in a world now where perception is reality, and if the narrative fits, and I am someone who has had a background of handling business, so again, I didn't want this to get blown out of proportion. I even hesitated speaking on it because it has died down. But I just wanted, first of all, apologizing for touching this kid's shoulder. I should have never touched him. But I did want to know why he felt comfortable enough to tell me to sit my ass down. And then I also wanted to know why the lady in the stands felt comfortable enough to say "F you, bitch" to me. But again, I didn't get any of those answers.
Clearly, Matt,
and it kind of is what it is.
Clearly, Matt Barnes in the wrong here, an out of control menace filled with fury and reputation.
Oh, already know.
Yeah.
Already know.
But 25-9, Matt. I mean, that's.
Man, I don't give a fuck what the foul calls are. Man, don't put your hands on me. Just don't touch me. That's all I'm saying. ADB, what's going on, fam?
What's good, Anton? How you feeling, man?
I'm doing well. What's the word? What you disagree with?
Man, I feel like Matt Barnes should never even got out there, man, and ran out there on the court, and he should have just played his position, I don't understand why he had to be out there doing all the extraness. He rich. He could have left. He didn't have to stay,
Is he rich? How do we know that?
Well, that's what he be portraying to say. So I'm trying to figure it all out. I'm like, why even be there if you feel disrespected? Leave.
I haven't. I mean, he there because he got two twins, 15-year-old sons. However, just don't touch me, man.
Right.
Say whatever you want to say. We can go back and forth. We can sit here and negotiate and all of this other type of stuff, but just don't touch me, man. Don't put your hands on me, man.
Facts.
And he apologized about that, but he was held accountable as a result of it, unfortunately, and that's just the way that things go.
Yeah, and he lost his job behind this foolishness. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, that's what it seems like. Is there anything else you want to share, big dog?
Yeah, what's with the lady, with the red lady? What happened? What, they took her publishing, or she gave it up, or?
She just, Beyonce ain't take nothing from that lady. She just complaining about the fact that she felt like, I don't know, she felt like artists are stuck between, or writers are stuck between a rock and a hard place.
No, they not. They not stuck between a rock and a hard place. You get out there and grind and get it out the mud like everybody else. Okay.
I have no idea, bro. No idea whatsoever.
Like you said, find yourself and pick yourself up and keep going. Why you gotta cry and whine to the internet about it?
I agree with you. I agree 100%, big dog. All right,
Man,
ADB, I appreciate you, big bro.
Hey, we haven't talked in a while, man, but I want to say, man, you helped me a lot, man, and I was in between a rock and a hard place when I talked to you like a little while ago, man. Thank you for talking to me, and man, you helped save my life. I'm not gonna lie, man. I was in
Yeah,
a
man,
dark.
that's a beautiful thing, man. That's all right. Well, you still here, and so we still got work to do, right?
Yes, sir. I'll talk to you soon, man.
All right, my friend.
All right, take care.
Iceberg Slim says Matt Barnes always been a punk. I wouldn't say he a punk. I don't want to call him out of his name. I just don't understand why people put their hands on people. Justice, what's going on?
What's up, big dog? We talked the
Chilling,
other night
chilling.
and you was talking about the guy dating in Atlanta or paying bills, but I'm watching this video tonight and I've been watching basketball forever. Matt Barnes has always tried to portray being a tough guy. Now he done went to a high school basketball game and then showed out.
Yeah, I don't.
You know,
I don't know. I don't look at Matt Barnes as a tough guy personally. I
you don't
think he
think he's
might.
tried to portray being a tough guy?
I think his passion on the court might have made him a little bit more understood than usual.
So you don't think he's ever come off with that energy like I'm trying to be a tough guy? No?
I
Not when
don't. I didn't
he
say that he
ran down
wasn't
Derek
trying to.
Fisher?
I'm not saying that he wasn't trying.
Right, that's what I mean.
I'm saying that I don't view him as that.
Yeah, right. I'm saying I think he gives off the energy like he's trying to be a tough guy for sure.
Probably. I don't view him as that. And the interview that he just did, it doesn't seem like he's trying to view himself. Maybe he's trying to rebrand and change or whatever like that. But I don't know. I just don't view him like that. I view him a little bit differently.
I think whenever you go to a high school game, man, these kids, they're different today. They don't have the same respect for adults that they used to have. So just being a celebrity, you got to be on code. You gotta be a little bit more careful, man.
I agree.
For sure.
You can't do the
Yeah.
same things that regular everyday people do.
You end up
The
on
rules don't
TMZ.
apply to you as everybody else. You don't get that level of grace.
Yeah. So did he actually get fired from the All Up in Smoke podcast now?
No. He got fired from his job in Sacramento as a sports announcer.
Oh, okay, I get it. I thought he had got because I just tuned in. I'm actually at work right now, man, trying to get this money. But
Yeah, shout out to
yeah, I
you.
thought he
He
got
got fired from
Yeah.
his TV role at
Okay.
with the Sacramento
At,
Kings, where he would appear on
with the arena.
podcast, the pre and post game broadcast for the Sacramento Kings.
Right. Got you. Not all the smoke though, because when I seen the thumbnail, I'm like, oh, this Joker done got fired from his own
Yeah, I mean, but
podcast.
to lose any bag over some dumb junk is silly.
Yeah, for sure. I agree with you, man. I think you're doing God's work over there, man.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying to figure it out if I could just keep myself unmuted.
All right, man. I guess we'll talk again, man. Hey, get Quentin right on them podcasts, man. Get Quentin right.
Nope. Quentin is Quentin.
God almighty, man. He's something else, boy.
Yeah, he
All
unique,
right.
but that's my guy.